Okay, hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a chit chat get ready with me. So initially I wrote out like a whole plan as to what I'm going to be talking about. I'm actually getting ready for work and I just want to tell you guys why I've been gone from YouTube. I feel like that's every video right now. People are like literally just like disappearing or depressed or going through it, whatever. I wasn't really depressed. I just wanted to just take a break because I just felt like every single time I try to record, something always goes wrong, and I don't really do well with stuff like that. So legit, I wrote out this whole paper about like what I want to do, what I want to talk about. Let me back up because I feel like I want to be centered. I don't feel like I'm centered. So yeah, so I wrote out this whole thing about what I want to talk about and everything, and I'm just going to just go off the dome and just say exactly what's been going on, like a mini life update, blah blah blah. I don't know, I just haven't been like motivated as far as like uploading and stuff like that, because I just feel like YouTube is just not the same anymore. Like it just became like a rat race. Oh my god, you hit 1 mil, I want to be 1 mil too. Like I want 1 mil subscribers, and I'm like, for the rest of us that's out here struggling, it's a little hard. Because, you know, like when you're putting out good content or decent content or working hard towards a goal of just being successful, like not even saying like I want to have like 1 trillion subscribers, but give me a second, hold on. So I'm going to be looking down because my mirror is right here, but I'm not just saying that like I want to have like 1 trillion subscribers, but I want to be able to like be successful, especially the fact that like I invest so much into my YouTube as far as equipment and stuff like that, time, effort, sanity, you know, bypassing all the things that I internalize on a daily basis. I always try to like push forward and try to upload and stuff like that, but I kind of just lost that motivation of just overcompensating just because of all the opportunities that I can get, and I feel like that was a motivation at some point, but I just feel like it's hard. It's definitely hard. YouTube has become very oversaturated, and it's very hard to be able to build that following or build that success, being that there's so many people on here pretty much still doing the same thing. Which is why I am not crazy about making makeup tutorials and stuff, because you can always Google, or not Google, what am I saying? I'm bugging. You can always YouTube how to do a smoky eye. You can always YouTube how to do eyebrows or lashes or whatever the case is. Like all the techniques that you will find in the makeup section of YouTube are already uploaded. There's already anything that you can possibly think of on YouTube, down to how to iron a shirt. So it's kind of hard to set yourself apart from what's out there already. And I just don't really know how to keep that motivation while dealing with real life shit on the outside. So as of recent, I just kind of sat back and just allowed myself to just internalize what's going on in my personal life and just relax, you know, not stressing about, oh my god, I have to upload today. Like even before I disappeared off of YouTube, I set like a schedule, like, oh, I think every Tuesday and Friday I'm gonna upload a video or whatever, and I couldn't keep up with it because of work and trying to like make money outside of work, because I'll get into that in a second. But it became a struggle with trying to hustle, trying to upload, trying to work and maintain like a social life, and I just couldn't do it. So that's the reason why I just kind of, I guess, I don't want to say gave up, but just kind of chilled out on it. Oh, I forgot to mist my face. I used my Mario Badescu setting spray. This is the rose water one. Yeah. So I got this from Urban. Ooh. I got it from Urban, and it's like $7, so that's a steal. When I first originally like came across it, they sold it in Nordstrom Rack, but it was $5 for the really small one. So I seen this one for $7, and I was like, ooh, okay, I'll get that. Went right along, so as far as work goes, I just haven't been motivated to do makeup, period. If you guys seen in my give me a second. If you guys seen in my uploads, I've been doing pretty much the no makeup look every day, and that's pretty much what I wear to work on a daily basis as well. I just haven't been motivated because at work a lot of things have transpired within such a short period of time, and I got there at the peak of everything kind of going downhill, and it's kind of hard to remain focused when the environment isn't positive, nor is it an environment where you feel motivated or anything like that. So I just kind of fell off when it came to being an artist or being creative with makeup and stuff like that, because when I went into Sephora, I kind of had the expectations of learning every day and, you know, making sure that I'm interacting with different people on a daily basis, where, you know, I am teaching myself how to deal with different skin types and different skin tones and stuff like that. But I don't really get that hands-on experience, because when I first applied, I wanted to be a makeup artist, but they put me as a cashier, and I've been a cashier ever since. So as of recent, they put me in the makeup section, but I kind of go back and forth as a cashier because they hired a lot of new people, and they kind of need someone that is more experienced with the cash wrap. So they kind of have me there most of the time. So it's not really like I'm an official makeup artist there, which sucks because they hired more makeup artists within the time frame that I've been there and didn't transition me. So I kind of felt like it was a slap in my face, but at the same time, it is what it is. You know, people will do what they have to do or what they want to do because they have that authority. So I just allowed things to happen because it was out of my control. But what is in my control is finding an alternative or an outlet. So I just been doing a lot of hair. If you guys don't know, I do like faux locks and crochet braids outside of work. And I just try to remain positive and try to keep myself busy, because if I allow that place to take over my passion or my inspiration to do anything, then I'll probably just stop doing makeup overall. And that's how I felt at one point. But I had to just get back into it, or build myself up where I will get back into it at some point. Like I told myself, I'm going to get back into freelancing in January. That's my goal. Just because freelancing, you kind of have to build yourself up and get your kit together and stuff like that. So I'm kind of building my kit all over again. One of the pros of working at Sephora is that you're able to get gratis, and my gratis, most of the things that I get in my gratis, I kind of throw in my kit. So it's kind of helping me to build my kit while I'm there. But you know, it is what it is. I don't complain about a lot of stuff. I kind of just allow things to happen, in a sense where I'm just like, you know, maybe this is God's plan. He has something better for me in the near future. So it is what it is. So I just finished doing my brows. I'm not really going to talk about what I'm using. I'll probably put it on the screen, or put it in the description box. But you guys know I'm not good at stuff like that. I always forget. But let me get my primer. I'm going to be using my mini Porefessional's primer. So basically, yeah, just like management and everything has been very sucky at work, and I just try not to engage in the negativity nor let it bother me, because I'm not really there most of the time. Like there was probably like 2 weeks ago, I was only getting, I only got 2 days a week for a whole week, which makes no sense. I said that wrong. I was getting like 2 days within a week as far as shifts, so I only work 2 days a week. So I went from 5 days to 2 days, and then I only get 4-hour shifts. So that kind of messed with me, but not really, because it kind of motivated me to go harder and promote my hair business a little bit more. So I say that to say, like, there's a lot of things that has been happening, but I haven't really made it an issue. I kind of just made it a motivation, which is one of my biggest things as far as like adulting, you kind of have to allow things to motivate you instead of make it a setback, because life is all about challenges. Life is all about putting you in an uncomfortable situation in order for you to adjust and to make you stronger. And I was just watching Hot Damn I Rocked video. I don't know if you guys have him on YouTube, but he's been on YouTube for a while. I love him. Like, I've always loved, I kind of had a crush on him at some point. But he makes like comedic videos, and he made a video probably like 3 days ago or so. I don't know when I'm going to upload this video. But he made a video talking about his experience throughout the whole year, because he's been gone for like a whole year. And he was talking about like how he lost a family member, he lost one of his best friends, he was like brutally sick where he was in the hospital like 7 days out of the week, or sometimes 5 days out of the week, where he was vomiting, he couldn't eat, all kinds of stuff. And he was just like, yo, like, I felt like my life was just never ending. And it kind of put things in perspective for me, because 2016 for me, as far as love, as far as opening up and experiencing real life feminism, it wasn't really fun, because I got probably the backhand of it, like the really bad side of experimenting with different people and dating and stuff like that. That was my biggest thing. I was like, I want to date, I want to see how things are. And I kind of got hurt within the process, because, you know, I'm just a very passionate person, and dating is different, because you have to be like spontaneous, not spontaneous, but you have to be mysterious and not really too open with people. And I learned that very quickly, so I kind of got burned as far as that goes. So I always used to say like, oh, you know, like 2016 has been shitty, blah blah blah, like I've been like so like down or whatever. But I also been down with like artistry, being motivated to do anything besides work. So when I seen his video, it kind of made me see things in a different light. Like, man, like people are going through way worse things than me, and I'm sitting here complaining about not having a boyfriend. You know what I mean? And it's hard, because I've never, and I don't want to say never, but I haven't experienced losing someone very close to me, like a family member. I lost my uncle this year, but we weren't, like, we were close, but like I don't live in the same country as him, so I don't really get to see him as much. So it's kind of like I felt it, but I didn't really feel it, because it wasn't like I see him like all the time. Like, I haven't seen him in like 4 or 5 years, so that's how I feel about it. But yeah, like his video kind of put things in perspective for me. Like, damn, like I need to really appreciate the little things that I do have in life, like health, like the fact that I have a job. As far as like not getting hours at my job, it's still a job. At least God has blessed me with creative hands, where I'm able to do hair, where I'm able to do makeup, where I'm able to socialize outside of work and have different opportunities outside of work, and not just be stuck. Because I remember there was one point in my life where I was stuck, where I didn't have the creative ability to do anything. Like, I didn't want to do anything. I was just so down, I was so depressed, and I just did not want to be out there. I just kind of like stood in the house all the time and stuff like that. So I'm just really grateful for everything that God has given me or showed me this year, because I really didn't get much besides life and health and, you know, all the generic stuff. But as far as like, you know, just being able to explore myself and be comfortable with myself, I've been able to allow solitude to take over my body, but not in a sense where I became lonely. And this is a conversation that I had with my mom. I was just basically telling her, like, you know, like, even though I am still dating, I am still exploring, because I'm just curious. I want to see, you know, like, if someone comes to me and they approach me and they have good intentions, I'm not going to turn them away, because I'm always going to be finding myself. I'm always going to be exploring and seeing what's out there for me. But at the same time, that doesn't mean that I don't have to be like secluded from the world and shut everything down just because I'm still finding myself and stuff like that. Because I feel like with every experience, you're finding yourself more and more, because you're being tested. So let me shut up, because my camera's dying. Give me a second, let me go charge my battery. So yeah. So I'm a firm believer of allowing things to authentically happen. And even though things didn't work out with one person or a couple people in my case, it doesn't mean that I have to stop everything that's coming to me, because at the end of the day, like, life is all about exploring and challenging yourself and learning from your past experience. Like, even with me with dating, I've learned to not be so open and like being so, like, you know what I mean, like out there, but more so just being more secluded and mysterious, and allowing the other person to pursue me as me pursuing them. So that was one of my biggest things. Give me a second, get my, that was my biggest things as far as like going back into it, because I recently met somebody and, you know, things are going good, but I feel like that's how everything starts off. But this time I'm not really pursuing it where I'm like, oh, like I want to make sure this happens and I want to like fall in love and blah blah. Like I'm not even thinking about that. I'm really just exploring and allowing everything to just happen by itself, and to just be happy with what's going on and not rush anything, you know what I mean? Because I feel like I've rushed in the past, but as of now I'm just chilling. Like I'm not pressed for time, I'm not pressed for things to happen. I'm just enjoying the moment, and I rather put that energy where I'm pursuing something into my artistry, more so into my business, more so into getting back into school, to work, to finding a better job, things of that nature, where I'm going to be pursuing it, because that's for my growth, that's for my benefit, you know. But as far as a relationship, things like that are very temporary, and I don't know what is to come. Like I don't know what can possibly happen with this person, but at the same time it's like I'm not really thinking anything of it where I'm like, oh my god, like I'm putting all my focus on it. And I had this talk with my mom last night, because she's not really like fond of me dating right now, because she feels like I need to focus on myself and get my life together and blah blah blah. At the same time, my life is being put together regardless. Like dating is not going to stop me from that. You know, speaking to someone is not going to stop me from focusing on my dream and all that good stuff, because I'm working towards it. I'm not in it right now, so I still have a little leeway or a little leisure time to have fun, you know? Like everything is not so serious right now. I don't know why it's coming off so white on camera, but it does match my skin. I'm using my LA Pro concealer as my foundation today, but it's definitely coming off a little white. But yeah, I'm gonna fix that because I don't like the way that looks. So just being able to experience dating so much, I just kind of learned a lot about myself and the things that I do want as opposed to what I need. I don't know if you guys remember, I was talking to somebody over, when was it, the summertime? And this person and I didn't last because, you guys know, I was celibate or whatever, and he basically was like, oh, like, you know, I don't think it's gonna work out because I can't touch you, I can't do anything with you, you making me feel uncomfortable and blah blah blah. And I was just like, my nigga, like, what are you talking about? Like, that didn't last because he basically didn't want to deal with me because of my decision. And I just kind of distanced myself as I realized how uncomfortable he was around me, or how uncomfortable he made me feel, to a point where he pushed me off of him, because I was like laying on him at one point and he kind of was like, yo, get off of me, because he was trying to do stuff with me and I wasn't really comfortable with it. And I think that was kind of the peak of it, like the moment where I realized, like, this person is not for me, because you can't accept me in this state of mind where I can feel comfortable around you, where, you know, things are not going to happen. And he just made me feel very uncomfortable. I didn't feel safe around him, so that did not last. And ironically, we're in December now, and he's like writing me on some like, hey, you know, like, you really impacted my life, like, I really loved you and blah blah blah, like some long shit about how I'm such an amazing person, and he was really stupid to let me go, and he would just really appreciate if we would be able to be friends. And I'm just like, no, like, I don't want to be friends with you, my nigga. Like, I don't want to talk to you, I don't want to skate with you, no nothing. Like I don't want to have nothing to do with you, bro. Like, it's done, you understand? Like, you had your opportunity and you dead, like, you dead made me feel mad uncomfortable, so it's slow for you, bro. Like, nothing is gonna happen at this point. He kept like begging, like, you know, like, I don't see nothing wrong with two friends going to get coffee, like, can we just hang out, blah blah blah. And I'm just like, nope, not interested. And that came with me being very what's the word, like, firm with my decision. Like, I'm not going back to that. I'm not going to resort back to a situation that broke me down, because I really felt like shit. I felt like, oh my God, like, someone does not want to mess with me because of my decision. And this happened in Canada too. So just like, damn, like, niggas that don't fuck with people like that. And that's cool, you know, like, but it is what it is. So I just kind of let a lot of things go as far as the type of people that I was pursuing, and just pursuing people overall. I just could not deal with it, because I felt like I always had to explain myself as far as my decision, and it became very annoying. Like, I just couldn't deal with it. So I just let things go. I just really let things go. And in the midst of me letting things go, I met this guy, and he's just really, really awesome. I'm not even gonna lie to you, but I feel like, you know, I just have to let things play by ear and see how it goes, because I can't really sit here and get all hyped up over a situation that I'm not sure of. But I think that's what's creeping me out. And we were just having that conversation last night, because we went out on a date. And I just told him, I was like, you know, I'm just really nervous as to what's to come. Like, I'm usually very calculated, and I want to know what's going to happen. But in this case, I can't really know what's going to happen, because God has a plan, and I don't really know what his plan is. And I'm scared, because I feel like I really like him, but I don't know if it's going to work out. But I just have to wait and see. It's one of those situations that you just have to wait and see. So let me highlight, because I know my eyes are mad dark. I got dark circles for days. So he was just like, you know, you just gotta let things happen, you know. But that's the scariest part about dating, because, you know, you like someone, you feeling them, whatever, and then all of a sudden, like, things don't work out, and then you just have to revert back to what you were before, and that sucks. That really sucks, because when I go into a situation, I just always want it to last, you know. Even with jobs, like, I don't want to leave my job, I don't want to quit, I don't want to look for another one, but I have to grow at some point, you know. And if I'm not happy somewhere, or if I'm not seeing the growth, or, you know, the money, which is more important. Well, the growth and the money kind of goes hand in hand, but if I'm not seeing the results that I want to, that I initially signed up for, then what's the point? You know, there's really no purpose behind it, and I want to do anything with purpose. So I just try to not complain, be content but not be content, and always try to work around my situations and find better, because there's always better. You just have to be a gold digger. A gold digger. Did I say it right? A gold digger for what you want. You can't sit here and just mourn over situations that are not going your way. When it comes to people in your life, that's different, because at the end of the day, everyone is temporary. The only people that are not temporary are like family members, like parents. They're like immediate. But like when it comes to situations, it is all temporary, and you have to just be strong and just fight through it and just find an alternative just to make yourself happy, because there's always a balance in the midst of a situation. Finding that balance is not easy, because sometimes you just get wrapped up in a situation. You're like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm going through this, blah, blah, blah. But that's life. And I'm learning that as I go. It is life. That is how life works. You just have to have your big girl pants on and just be like, fuck it. I'm going to get through this. That's how I look at life right now. Like, I feel like there's nothing right now besides death that can torment or distract me from what I'm working towards. So that's how I look at it. I try to just remain humble and just stay focused on the goal. But as far as like YouTube goes, I'm gonna try to upload a little bit more than usual. I'm just trying to transition back into it, which is why I'm like, I want to do a get ready with me, like a chit chat get ready with me, so I'm able to speak to you guys about what I've been thinking about or what's been going on and stuff like that. So yeah, did my foundation and everything. Just setting around my mouth because I got a lot of smile lines. I don't understand, like my camera was dead charged a couple days ago. I feel like I have to charge it every single time I record, because I charged it like, no, I'm lying, a couple weeks ago, but I never used it. So I'm just like, why is it dying? I don't know. I hate this camera for that. I need to get like a extra battery, because this shit is annoying. But my foundation is done, so all I really do at this point is freaking put on mascara and a lip I have to wear red lips or pink lips to work anyways. So definitely not doing pink because I'm going to be wearing my pink wig today. Alright guys, I'm going to bronze, highlight, and all that good stuff, and I'll be right back. So yeah, I put on my pink wig because I'm going to do some faux locks like tomorrow, but I'm just going to put on some lip gloss for right now. This is a Sephora collection, Good Fairy lip gloss. It's actually discontinued, so you're not even going to find this online, but this is my favorite lip gloss. It has like green accents to it. It's kind of like an iridescent lip gloss, but Marc Jacobs does have a dupe. I can't remember the name of it, but I'll try to put it on the screen, or I'll put it on the screen or in the description box. But yeah, I'm just chilling. I've just been chilling lately. Not really stressing it or anything too much. I feel like I spent most of my year stressing over things that are not really that serious, and I just have to take everything with a grain of salt but still be active in a sense where I'm pursuing something beneficial for my future. And just, that's my balance, where I'm not putting too much pressure on myself as far as being ahead in life, as far as having more money, as far as being in school, as far as being like, you know what I mean, like more advanced. I'm just allowing myself time to grow, because there's this rush where it's like once you turn 20 or 21, it's like, oh my god, I have to have my life together, I have to have my apartment, I have to be in like this great relationship, I have to make sure, you know, everything's well put together, great credit and all this good stuff. But this is kind of the time where you're learning about yourself and still exploring and making mistakes and stuff like that. So I've learned to accept myself for that, and to just be happy and content with being alive and being young and experimenting and experiencing different things, and not being so wrapped up in being perfect, because the way I was raised is just being perfect and doing everything right and just walking on eggshells. But I've learned to just be more chill and just allow things to happen, because I know that God does have a plan for me. And I forgot to put on my mascara, but I know that God does. It's my makeup bag, by the way. I know that God does have a plan for me, so I'm not really going to try to overlook or try to force anything to happen, because I already know that whatever He has in store is always going to be the best for me. Whether it's something that I do accept or not, I'm going to have to learn to accept it. So it is what it is. You know what I mean? It is what it is. I'm just really grateful for life, health, and just being able to wake up in the morning, just say, yo, like, I'm here still. You know, I have freedom, I have life, I have positivity. I don't see life as a dark place or anything like that. As far as just being depressed, sometimes I go in and out of it, but I kind of snap myself out of it very quickly, because I quickly remind myself that I am in a better place than I was before, and I've overcame so many different trials and tribulations in life. So I just can't allow little things to bother me anymore. And that comes with experience, which is why I never really steer away from anything that comes towards me where it's in disguise, because at the end of the day, everything that comes towards you isn't going to be good. But if it's in a disguise, that means that you're going to end up being more intrigued to experience it or to mess with it. And I mean that whether it's with a job or whether it's with a person in your life, you're going to be like interested in testing it out to see how things go. And that's something I can relate to, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people can relate to it. But, you know, people's intentions can be good or bad, but you're not going to know until you really get into it. So I'm not going to sit here and be swapping niggas back and forth like, oh, nah, like, I'm not going to fuck with you because I'm trying to get my life together. Because my life doesn't stop for nobody. Like, let's just make that very clear. I'm still getting my life together, but if I still want, you know, things to be a little spicy, whatever, in my life, then so be it. And that's just what makes me happy. So that's just how I look at things. I hope you guys enjoyed this little chat get ready with me. I didn't really do much to my face. I just did a very simple look. This has been my makeup look ever since God knows when. Since the year, not the year, since fall came around. I just haven't been doing much. But I hope you guys enjoyed this little chit chat get ready with me. If you did, give me a thumbs up and I'll do more for you guys. But I'm about to head out and run for this train. My train comes very soon. It is 1:43 and it comes at 52. So I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.